I love this anime, guys. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. Oh, so. So, hello everyone, here time for another ohohoohoho anime. Of course, you know, this main character here, right? She is, of course, isekai into, you know, typical otome game, right? But of course, she likes Antagonist, right? Rather than all the normal characters, which is hilarious. And of course, the best part is that the Ojousama, right? Is that the antagonist is, of course, Ojousama, character, of course. But here, I'm laughing at you guys being there. Love is in here because now she's applying, right, to become her maid. But she's like, I will work for free. Right? She's just like, yeah, I can do it for free. You don't have to hire me. I mean, I really want this job, okay? I really want to work at the princess. I want to be the princess maid. Yeah, I really, really want to be the princess. But honestly, I find it's actually, it's almost like, you know, quite realistic, right, actually. Because, I mean, today, how many people wouldn't want to work, you know, with like a prince or a princess, you know, work at the, you know, the royal castle, you see all the stuff, right? And I think a lot of people would actually want to do it for free, right? Of course, I mean, eventually you probably would like it, right? But you know, for like a week or something, a lot of people will like experience that. So she's like, yeah, I will work for free. So it's like, you know, it's like win-win. No, I don't want to hire her. No, I want her. No, get away. It's like. But she's working for free, though. It's a pretty good deal. No, well, I mean, I like that, but yeah. It's a win-win situation. Yeah, I will work for free. But then, let's go back and watch a bit of the episode from earlier statements, right? And again, like I said last week, this anime, and I want to be more up to edited, right? You know, we do editing. So comment below if you'd rather have this or a timer reaction, I suppose. So skilled, she's aiming on purposely not to win. That's like... But I like how the prince figured out this episode. She is kind of scary. What? I'm here! Ojousama! I see some people dislike this character. Yeah, get away from me! I see how people are like... She's scary. Let's go back and say, let's go back. To some extent, though, you have to give her... Is she under? Yeah, she's kind of under, right? She is so much under, and she's like, don't worry, I will help you, princess. I got you back, Ojousama. It's like, okay. She pops in there from the angle, like, oh, you want my assistant? You see, though, she wants to be hired as her maid, yeah. As I talked about earlier, and she wants to be hired for free. So, she's like, I will work for free. So, yeah. You don't have to pay me any money. No counter needed. Win-win situation. Win-win, yes, it's a win-win. No, it's not a win-win for me. It's like, no, it's a win-win. It's a win-win, you know, you don't have to pay me anything. It's like, no, I really want to work here. Yeah, it's like, she's very dedicated. Yeah, it's like, I want this job, man. I want this job. Exactly, it's powered by love. Get away from me! It's like, on a serious note, I'll put out though, I do find a massive issue though, that in the game industry, you know, because I worked in games for many years, right? It is very common people basically are willing. I have seen it many times, and honestly, could actually be today's video on video games. So subscribe for that, guys. I think about it. This will be today's video on video games. But I'll say it briefly. There is a massive issue in the game industry. People are basically willing to work for free, right? Also, there is some. Okay, he's gonna interrogate. It's like, your daughter is awesome, but she's played the game though. She might know what he like. Yeah, I mean, she obviously knows the truth of everything, right? Because she's played the game before, so she can probably easily convince him, right? She's like, your dad likes me. It's like, this girl is perfect. No, but she's terrible. Oh no, she's perfect. Yeah, I think she knows it. She knows everything, right? Yeah, she's just like, yeah, perfect. But she knows all the flags. I mean, you know, I'm a Bakarina fan. I know all the. Yeah, she's like, I know all the flags about you. Here we go. Yes! Yeah, she got her maid outfit. Yes! Here we go. I'm a maid now. It's an ultimate dream here to be her Ojousama maid. Yes, like I said earlier, to some extent though, people definitely, when I see in real life, do this thing, right? To be a princess, a royal maid, right, for a day or something. Her besties. I hope she's gonna be mean to her. Yeah, I hope she's gonna be like, do my bidding. I hope she's like gonna test her abilities. Make me a chocolate cake or something. See how much you can do. Yeah, like, this like super complicated, what's it called, maca ring. Yeah, make this like maca ring or something. I hope she's gonna, really like expand that, like, yeah, make this thing. Yeah. Oh my god, this is bad though. Yeah, this reminds me so much of Maria, yeah. When, not Maria then, but the other, what's her name again? The main character of Maria, which is not Maria is her roommate. She's like, goes to the onset, like, yes. This is like her dream now. Oh my god. It's been her lifelong dream here. To finally be a maid, yeah. Oh my god, this scene here in the end here. But honestly, yeah, Maria Holik, classic old anime, right? Then the main character goes in here and has the classic, Sanji thing going on. No, she's doing her. Like she was doing the hair thing. She was doing like you have to get the drills, you have to get these, you have to work on those. You have to get the locks right, like I have. Yeah, you need to get the hair drills. Very important there, how to craft the hair drills. Huh. Unlikely with this anime. Do two different. Oh, there we go. Now this is Sandy. That's what I meant. Yeah, like I honestly was surprised they do it earlier. There we go. I was surprised about that. Yeah, honestly, I was just waiting there for in this last scene here. I was just waiting for her to do all the classic anime thing, right? Honestly. So let's review it. But like I said earlier, it really reminds me of Maria Holic, which was released in 20 years ago now or something, right? Which about a girl that goes to, she's super, yeah, very quite. Nah, she's similar. They actually are quite similar, even in visual standpoint. But instead of being into like the whole, Ojousama, right? She just has, I don't know, she has like no breaks. Yeah, she's like she has no really type, but similar behavior otherwise, right? But of course in that anime, this is episode 1, so not really spoiler, right? Her roommate is of course, has special equipment, and is voiced by Kobayashi. Yeah, your Kobayashi voices Maria, which is one of my favorite voice actors, right? In Maria, yeah. So she's one of the best voice actors. She also voices Sasha Blas, right? For example, and also Testament in Guilty Gear and so on, right? But anyway, definitely remind me of that anime certainly. Now, honestly, this did inspire me to make more videos. I was thinking earlier today. Usually on Mondays or Tuesdays, I have to make at least one video game video, right? Talking about some video game concept. Interesting because, like, this whole thing that she wants to be her, a royal maid for free, right? Which of course means a lot of hours to work, but she's just like, I want to really do it because I want to experience, because she's so into the whole royal family and that whole thing, right? So she's so willing to like just get like a really cool job, but she doesn't want to get paid for it. It does feel like something I think a lot of people actually would do in reality. So leave a comment below, what do you guys think? Would you want to work as like the princess maid, right, for like a week for free? And I think honestly, people would say yes. I think so. Yeah, I think people would say yes, right? Because it's like, it's like an experience, right? You want to experience the royal castle, the royal house, all the different stuff and so on, right? But of course, you won't actually experience, you won't actually get the full experience because you have to work and so on, right? You just have to eat every cake and so on. But yeah, I think people want to do it. That being said, what I want to bring up though, as a side note here, I suppose, is that one thing though, back in the 80s, kind of an antique place, it certainly was a great benefit, massive benefit, right, to actually have these kind of jobs, because usually you would be able to befriend the queen, right, or the princess or whatever. You know what I mean? You have what's called hovdam in Swedish, yeah, but it's called lady in wait in Israel. Yeah, lady in wait. So if you become a lady in wait, usually meant that you were like the queen's or the princess, whatever, right? But usually, when you were younger, you were the princess' best friend. And then when you grew up, right, you're like the queen's best friend or whatever. And a lady in wait, though, could be the maid or whatever, potentially. But usually it was actually like an older noble lady, right? So it would be like the queen's, maybe her, not her cousin, but more like, maybe like one of the older, bigger houses, right? Like a vassal state. So it would usually be like the daughter of the duke or something like that, right? The vassal duke's daughter. And they would grow up together, besties, right? You know what I mean? But it basically meant that, that the woman then, when she's best with her queen, right, has enormous power, right? And just having that power of her connection with the queen and so on, of course, means that people maybe want to marry her or whatever, so on, right? Because she has that, the massive connectional state, right? So it was actually quite important. So in that sense, though, this job here of like being the royal maid, right, like the queen's personal maid or whatever, actually was like a really big deal, because you would hope that you could become one of these like ladies in wait, right, where at least something close to that, and that actually would give you enormous power. And in reality, in history, it actually did, right, because if you were the best friend of the queen, even if you were a commoner, she would protect you, right, or whatever, or help you, give you money, whatever. And I think also that, I think people don't understand this, but the difference in economy, whatever, it's so massive, right? Like if you were a queen like 500 years ago, the money you have compared to a commoner is like 1 billion times that, right? So you can easily buy her house or whatever. Oh, she's my best friend, she can live in a good house or whatever. Yeah, like it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. People complain today about CEOs or whatever the salaries, right? Sure, Elon Musk or whatever makes a lot of money, but a normal CEO, even at like a bigger company, doesn't have that like disparity between the random worker there and the CEO. But back in the days, when you were like a peasant, comparing the peasant that makes like 1 gold coin, per year, then the queen has like 1 billion gold coins in her, per year. It's like an enormous difference. So it also, yeah, if you became friends with the queen, like being her personal maid, you might get a house or whatever as a present, right? So it was definitely actually a dream with that sense. So honestly, maybe people would actually want to work for free or more or less no pay, and that is actually kind of true, because a lot of people though that did have this job, right, as like the personal maid or whatever of the queen and so on, they actually usually had very low if even salaries, which because they basically got paid like to live there and get food and so on, right, and got measly actually income wise, they got measly. Well, it depends though. Of course, sometimes they got like not a good salary, but they made an enormously good salary compared to like a peasant job, right? Yeah. In that sense, they made money, but they didn't make money compared to like being a merchant or whatever. But they made money. They got like 1 gold coin per month, right? So they make 12 times the money they make as a peasant, right? Something like that. So sure, they made money in that way, but of course, comparably, they were still quite poor, right? But I think is that people understand actually how enormously big difference it is from being like a royal family or the nobles like 500 years ago compared to being in the bottom, right? Where most people were in this bottom peasant, right? Like 90% were that bottom, and the difference between being in the top and the bottom in like feudal Europe is like enormously different. Okay, it isn't just a few times more richer. No, you're like 100 times richer, right? So even if you get the peasant salary up 10 times, you're still at best 10 times poorer. But you still like several hundred times still poor, right? So yeah, it's like incomparably how. Anyway, that's a historical topic of the video, guys. Subscribe, and have a great day.